Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Most Unclean 79. I'm doing another video of my Rustler VXL. It's actually not a VXL anymore. You got a couple engines I run with it. Yeah, so it looks a little different from my last video. I've changed out the tires, well, the wheels and the tires. I had the sweeps. I'm sorry, I had the Jaycos on, the low-profile foam tires, I believe, on the last video. These that I'm running right here are the Sweep GT8. These are the EXP 50-degree tires. EXP, the only difference between the EXP and then the regular GT is just it's a little bit more high-quality rubber. It's race quality. So here, let's turn the light on here. I don't know if that helped or not. I think I went through this last time. Anyway, so yeah, it's got a little bit different look to it. It is a more of a solid rubber tire, so you're not going to get the ballooning like you get with you know, like the Anacondas or just you know, a lot of the other rubber tires that you can buy. I don't have a part number for them, but again, if you Google Sweep GT8 EXP 50 DEG, you will find these tires. Obviously, if you're going to run these, it's a 1/8 sized wheel and tire, so you're going to need to get the 17 millimeter hub adapters. These are AKA that I've got going on right now. People sometimes worry about wheel wobble. As you can tell, it's kind of bouncing back some force there. I think I need to balance these a little bit, but anyway, mine fit perfect. They fit completely snug onto the stock axles. I've got really no slop with the wheel at all. And as far as doing speed runs and you know, with the racing that I've been doing, these are the best that I've found as far as that's concerned. And like I said, even doing speed runs, I haven't gotten any ballooning on it. I've had it up to about, I don't know, 80, 90 miles an hour. I actually have the luxury of having an abandoned half-mile oval racetrack where they race stock cars at. And you know, for a full-size car, that track is a you know, it's a sprint track. But obviously, if you're racing a 1/10 size RC car, it's basically like Talladega. So I'm able to, you know, run the corners at about 60 miles an hour, and you know, we're doing 90 to 95 on the straightaway. But yeah, this is the application I run when I race on that big giant track. I run a 2200 kV motor. I'm just kind of getting you a look at the vehicle. This is, you know, another paint job that I threw down. So I'll kind of let you take a look at it. It's, yeah, I keep it clear through some of these parts because I do speed runs, and it's nice to be able to see in there and check out my GPS for my max speeds and stuff. So I'm going to try and do this real slow so it doesn't get out of focus. Basically, everything's pretty much set up the same as the last video. There's some differences that I've done to it. Obviously, if I'm running in much higher speeds, I've got to have the car weighted, and I've got to have it lowered. This just keeps air from getting up underneath here. These bodies are great, but you know, air will get up underneath here, and it kind of works like a sail. Same thing with the bumper. This is, I didn't go over it last time, but this is an RPM bumper. I've actually got a T-bone bumper. I think it's a Thrasher bumper for the Rustler. And same deal, you just basically you reverse it. This should be on the other way so that it sits more like this, but I've turned it over so that it gives me a little lower profile. But the T-bone bumper works better. It's more of a low profile because it's got more of an angle to it, and there's not this lip here. So yeah, and I'll kind of turn this around, and we'll take a look at what it's got underneath the hood, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of what it's looking like right now. And as you can tell, it's lowered pretty significantly. I mean, you can tell by the way the A-arms and the camber and toe links and the turnbuckles are sitting that I have had to lower it pretty significantly. And I can, if anyone has any questions on how to do that, it's super simple. I think I watched someone online do it with some fuel tube for like nitro fuel tube. So anyway, I guess it's enough of the mud flap chick and the paint job. Let's take a look. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm running max amp batteries. I had to mount my ESC a little different than what I normally have it mounted as. Normally, when I was running it before, I kept the plate back here that the VXL ESC sat on. But because I'm running now a 4-cell, which is a giant battery, and then I'm also running a 2-cell in series, which is going to give me a 6-cell, I had to Dremel out a little bit of this right here. And I just used the Velcro that was already on there that I was running with the MMP. So I guess a few things I wanted to talk about. On the other video I mentioned that the 2400 kV motor, which is what I was running in my last video, is definitely a beast of an engine. It's made for a 1/10 size vehicle, so as far as the pinions that you're using, it's a 3mm shaft. I went into that pretty extensively on the last video, but with this is the 2200 kV motor. It's got a bigger shaft. I believe it's a, let me fix this. I believe it's a 5mm shaft. And I guess what my point is, if, I mentioned that you are able to get into the top speeds with that 2400 kV motor. It is absolutely possible. You run a higher gearing for it. The only thing you got to do is you got to be a little bit more creative with the way you weight things. You can't just slap on a ton of weight and expect that you're just going to burn up, just get right up to speed immediately. Anytime you add weight to an engine like that, that's a 1/10 scale, obviously it's got a little less torque than this 1/8 scale 2200 kV motor does. The RPMs are definitely higher on the 2400 kV motor, but if you stack on too much weight, it's going to zap some of that. So you're going to end up with a little bit less top speed, and more than anything, you're going to end up with much higher engine temps. So you've got to be creative. You've got to kind of think out of the box on ways to get more downforce to your tires here without just slapping a bunch of weight on. So I run a J Concepts, has a high-speed Rustler body that's actually got a fin, back here. And that adds downforce to the back tires without adding a ton of weight to it. Because anybody who's gotten their stuff up to about 70 miles an hour, if it's not weighted, quite a bit, you're going to end up coming down the track like this. Just, you're going to see it fishtailing down the track. If you try and give it any more gas past that, it's going to end up lifting up, and you're going, shit's just going to go sideways at that point. And 75, 80 miles an hour, you flip your stuff, and you end up breaking things.